Hi everyone and welcome back to Orange Blossom. Those of you that have a keen eye will notice that this looks instantly a little bit different. If you've been following along with the episodes, you would know that this area here, we had all names that were coloured themes. So Blackwood, West Bluefields, Redwick. Yeah, we had lots of different names there, all colour related. And what we've tried to do is have themes for each individual little section. So you'll see here, thanks to Neil, that we came up with kind of a fruit name for all our different districts. We've got Grapefruit Beach, Pineapple Brook, Bergamont Gardens, Lemonville, Satsuma Business Park, Mandarin Industries. So thanks to Neil for that, for coming up with those ideas. That's great. And thanks to Square P for coming up with these ones here. We went for a tree theme on this one. So we've got Mapleton West, Mapleton East, Cedar Park, Oakland Island. We've got Hazelwood here, Amadale Acres, and we've changed these ones to Elmhurst and Elmhurst Industries. So some good fitting names as well. Also, we moved from this area here. We moved Glenrose Industries. We might change that name a little bit later. Now it's not in our specific naming area. We moved Glenrose Industries over here. We did terraform this land a little bit here and sunk it and put Glenrose Industries into there. And I think that's quite a nice fit. The idea being, if we go into our info tab here, is that we had our air pollution sitting here. And yeah, it was just transferring over and causing us a real nightmare. So we're just going to take that out. Hopefully over time, I know it's not an instant thing, but I believe that air pollution will slowly clear and Bergamont Gardens will hopefully be a little bit happier and we won't get all these signs popping up that really annoy me. We've moved it over here. If we check out our air pollution now, yes, that's going to build up. It's only small at the moment because that's what happened before. Started small and then builds up, but it's going to drift across the ocean here, so we shouldn't have any issues. I don't think it's going to get anywhere near over here, so what I believe will be fine and have no issues going forward. And if we want to expand this area out here, we can have a business park, we can have more industries. It's up to us, but we definitely probably can't have housing there. But we can have a nice green area and keep Glenrose Industries away from other areas of our city, so that's fine. We did have a big problem last time with our police. So if we go in, click that now, you'll see we've got that down to an awesome 2%, which is great. Everywhere green, no issues in our main city. So yeah, we went from something like 24% down to 2%. So yeah, really, really good result there. We did have to add onto Oakland Island here a park and maintenance depot. Originally I hadn't put that in, so we've had to put that in here. We don't quite have space for a road maintenance. Let me flick over to that now. So our road maintenance here, we didn't have space to fit that in. It's quite a big building, so the plan is to have like a business park or something down here where we're going to have that road maintenance put in, and that's hopefully going to fix all of our traffic issues that we've got here, because you can see it's already crazy, and that's something we're definitely going to be dealing with this episode. Yeah, so if we go over here to Hazelwood Row Housing District, you'll see that I've broken it up a little bit with a few what I imagine would be corner shops. So like here we've got Plastic Old, that could just be buying plastic things for your house. We've got Chemical, can't even say it properly, Chemical Law here. I imagine that's like a local pharmacy. We've also got over here, we've got Interlaw Designs. So that's a furniture store, yep, so local furniture. We've got here, we've got Pink and Sparkly. I imagine that's like a wine place, somewhere to buy wine. Here, I quite like the look of this one. Another chemical store, another pharmacy. If we drop down over here, again, this one looks a little bit different. This is Tiny Toys, so yeah, just plastic toys for kids. And if we head over to this one here. Again, another furniture store, interior designs there. So we've got lots of cool little commercial shops that people would go and visit to pick up things for their house. So that, yeah, that does break it up a little bit. I quite like that we've done that. We've got tons of commercial demand, so that's something that we've needed to do. We'll see how much time we get today, but I would like to, if we check out our education here, the main issues are college. That's number one priority in terms of education, and university, as well as maybe some elementary schools. We are just about in the green there. But yeah, we need some more college, no doubt, and universities. So we're going to try and have a little university / educational hub here in this little, on this little hillside. I don't know if we'll get time to do that today, but that's something that we're looking to do. But today's plan is to get in here. We're going to have a railway that comes all the way down here with some small stations. So we're going to have a small station here in this area. Probably another one here leading into our town, and then we're going to have one in the heart, which I imagine is going to be the end of our line, coming right into our educational area here, so that people can get that train across to university if they want to from outside of the town. The main focus of today's episode is going to be to extend this rail network into town, and we're going to have a couple of small stops with sort of walk-on stations, not a big whole train terminal. We're going to have that starting from here, probably connect another one up here into town, and then finishing on this hilltop here in our, or right in the middle of our educational hub. Almost imagine it as the last stop of the line. And then once we've done that, we're going to plan to fill in this whole area west of Elk Street. So this whole area here is going to be our low residential. We might have some little pockets of medium density, but most of it is going to be low residential areas. Again, maybe some little pockets of row housing. But yeah, trying to satisfy our needs of both low residential here and commercial demand as well. So let's jump in, get that whole road network built up first. We might again leave this little educational hub pocket free so we can play with that a little bit later on. Get down our rail network as well, and then go from there. We've got our road and rail network in. This is going to be roughly what I'm looking to put together here. We'll take you through what I'm thinking with all the details and what I've done. We've got our road maintenance depot here. This is going to be a little business commercial area. It's going to be right next to the main road there, which is great, easily to access for all the local communities that we're going to have. All these little areas are going to be local communities here. This block, local community, another one here, another small residential housing area there. This area here is going to be our college campus or college area here. And I changed my mind. I've decided that I'm going to remove this road here. I don't like it. We're going to have a university build here. It gives us a bit more space. The university building is huge. I didn't want to cram it in here, and I thought, what's the point of having a university in the corner where it's hard to get to for everybody? So we're going to put it over here. This way, all these houses, communities have access to that university, and as we expand over this way, hopefully they'll have access to it as well. So we're going to hopefully hit a bigger catchment area with that. We've got the rail in as well, so we've connected this up here, just a simple connection. We might tweak that a little bit later on, but I just wanted to get it in. We've elevated it across the roads, and I've put some little, I'll quickly show you here as I build the, yes, I'll quickly show you here that we've got this double train track station. I don't know if that's with the normal game, if that's part of the mods that we've got. Anyway, I've put these little markers in to highlight where it is. You can see it has a crossroads anyway, and I've just put in the passenger stops here, just somewhere in the middle. I assume the train will stop somewhere in the middle then, and I'm hoping that stops long enough. I haven't used these yet, so I'm hoping it's just a case of putting the stops in and then connecting it up with maybe a pedestrian, either a invisible or a pavement path here, and just, I think if we go over to it here, yeah, you see how that connects up? You can see that green line attaching. It's just a case of putting that across to a little road. So we can have a little fun with that. We can make our own custom railway stations. That should be quite cool. So we can have a little play around with that later on. I'll show you what I had in mind. Yeah, so the plan here is to have a lake in the middle and then put some medium density buildings. Nothing too big, but some kind of flat buildings where people can stay and they've got access to walk. Oh, that's stupid. So the plan here is to have a lake in the middle and then turn it almost into a little park with some medium density buildings around the outside where people can walk around the lake, do some sightseeing, and then have lots of almost like little flats with their own little personalized car parks. So have a little medium density area here, almost like a kind of lake district. So we'll put that in this area here. I'm going to show you here what I had planned for the little pockets, little communities that we've got. We'll probably first get in a little park or something so I don't forget to include this, and I'll probably put it somewhere, perhaps, let's put it in the middle there. That's quite a nice fit. And I would like to get some row house in here. I'm going to make these, let's grab our tool here. I'm going to probably do some little pockets of four, and then we'll do five this side, and then we'll make these commercial, and then along the back I would like some commercial as well. I'm just working out how to do this. We'll probably mix a little bit of commercial with a little bit of normal commercial. We'll have some smaller buildings like this, perhaps some 2x2 at the end, and then maybe some more mixed commercial here. I say mixed row housing. I don't know why they build as two sometimes. I thought they were single rows, but let's leave them as two and see how they look. I am going to make this one not two so we can have a little bit of a comparison. There, we'll see how that looks in a minute. And what I would like to put in here, first of all, let's go in and get all our housing in around this area. I think we're going to go for all, I might actually put here some normal row house in there. These are all European ones. That's what we're kind of sticking with. And I'm going to put, well, we'll come back to that later on. This is where our train station is going to be, and the rest, I think, quite simply, we're going to go for some low residential housing. We're going to mostly fill all of this up. I'll explain what I'm going to do with this section here in a minute. Let's just fill all of this in. I would like to split this in half. I don't know if I want big 6x3 blocks. We'll see how they look. We can always delete them if we want to in a minute. Let's make that 4 across, and we'll put that across there, and the same this side. We'll go for maybe 2 and some singular 3s and a 3x3 to finish off. And then we'll grab our even though we've got the new zoning mod options here, sometimes this is just much easier. It is good though if I want to take this off. This is where it is really good. I can just unclick that. Oh, I think because I've got some of these buildings already zoned in, it won't let me. So for those examples, I will have to not use that. And then we'll build that across there, and that should assign it to that road. Fingers crossed this stayed assigned, and then we can put our housing here. Yep, that worked perfect. We've got 3x3 and a 3x2. I think it's good that the sizes are a little bit random. That's quite nice. What I would like to do here, if we grab our Anarchy and select our pavement tool. I would like to bring these out or connect these up to the park. Oh, can I snap it free mode? Let's take all the snapping off. And we'll build it straight across. I don't know why that's making a bridge. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Clearly don't want to make it into a bridge. And then we'll join all of these up. We'll make this kind of a little bit of a park area. I will extend out the benches and stuff that we'll be making as we go. Try and get it roughly straight. That looks decent. I can go in now. I can grab our zoning tool, and hopefully this is where we can just use the corners of our park area. Yeah, snap that to the buildings. Then we'll have to be careful we're not going too mad and covering the houses up here. Where was it up to before? Was it up to there? Not sure. So if we drag this back. So this building here says it's not got car access. Now that's strange because it decided it wanted to develop there. I haven't changed the roads, but let's build it across and hopefully that does solve that issue. We've got our buildings coming here. I think that looks quite good. I don't mind how that looks with some little corner shops and then some longer businesses. What I'm tempted to do though is put the row housing here. See, I think they actually look okay. I think that looks okay as it is 2x2. I like the little vending machines and oh, let's have a look. Oh, it's even got a little shop around the side. That's fantastic. What I will do though is delete all of this. So let's unzone this first of all. Delete it all out. Click and drag, and then put the row housing at the end. I think that's going to be a much nicer look. Yeah, again, don't know why it was 2x2 and one 2x1. No idea what's going on there. And then we'll use our normal commercial across here to fill in this gap. Nice. I think that will look a bit more symmetrical, a little bit nicer on the eye. So that's pretty cool what we've got going on there. Let's go in, and I've downloaded these mods. Again, I'll put all my mods in the description. If we go to our, I believe it's parking, and you see we've got these grids here, and I quite like the diagonal 3x3. And I was planning to put all of these in along here. Let's take off this, and then we're going to plan is once we've got the first one in to line them all up. Right, so we've got those in. That's quite a nice fit. I think that's great opposite the shops, and that's something you'd in the UK definitely see. You'd see like a parade of shops, maybe a little slip road even, and then on the opposite side had car parking on the diagonal all the way along, so people can reverse out and and get access that way. I'm just debating whether I make this one way, so the cars go in and they come out, they can go in the other side. Can we though? This might be a stupid question. Can we make it one way without making it an alley? Can we have an alley one-way system? Because that would be cool. Now this is just a simple, it's too thick, you see, it's too thick. Right, let's go in. Let's surface this area up and add some little details in as well. There we go, that's our first little town put together. I've put the vegetation all around the outside, lots in our little park here, which I'll show you now. So we put a little park together here. This is a custom built playground. We just changed the surface to a dark sand one, put some of our own little climbing frames in with the Find It tool down here. And I think that looks pretty cool. Looks pretty nice, that little park. I had a little play around with some of the tools I had and made a little goal of a football pitch for some little kids to come along and run around. I just put something a little bit different in, but I quite like it. I quite like how it works and how we can actually use these. What I did was I used some of these lined road tools here. I could probably drag some of these ones in and use them. I just use this thick one because I know it's one continuous line. But that's something you can do. You can play around with these lines, use them for different things. And yeah, the rest just become park. I just put some lights and some benches in, so that's pretty cool. And then you can see here along our Prader shops. I do like that shop on the side. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got the shops here, and then we've got the diagonal parking base, which I think is super realistic. So I really like that. And this does look like a realistic little town that you might go in and visit. Park up on your way home from work, quickly pull in, go to shop late, which looks like a bowling alley. What do you think? I'd say that's a bowling alley. What else do we have down here? We've got a Scandic Baron Plastics. We've got, oh, another Pink and Sparkly. It's obviously a big brand in our city. Nonsense Vintage, that's clothes. We've got Woven Wool, more clothes. Is it going to tell us what these buildings are? Pharmaceutical and more plastics. Yeah, so loads of different shops there. And we've got our low residential area along the back of our row housing here. We've got lots of shops, lots of things around the front. So that looks great down our main high street here, where people again can park up and come and visit these. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice little town that we've got there. We're going to jump in now. We're going to delete these little markers that I put in. We're going to have a play around with our train station here. So I think these two lines are where it starts and finishes. So I want to get in a custom surface tool here, and we're going to try and get a tiled one down here, maybe something like this, the herringbone grey paving. Let's see how this looks first. Let's start from here. We're going to have, we'll try to get a 90-degree parallel small section, and we'll run it all the way along to here, guesstimating roughly how thick it was the other side, and then run it all the way back. Oh, what do you think? Bit bright? Don't know, that's a bit bright. Oh, it does really stand out, doesn't it? Let's leave it for now. We can change it a bit later on if we need to. And then the plan is to bring it out, or just to build a separate one for now. Bring it out down here. I don't know how thick I want to make this. What I'm hoping is they're going to... Can I unclick here? Take that off. Oh, that looks like it's... Oh, it was all snapped together. That's pretty cool how that meets up, even though it's not all one block, it's two blocks. The plan is to have them have a path that they can walk down, and then that they can join and walk out here. And then I'd like to have, again, some more shops along here. So let's see how these are going to fit now. So we'll grab our mixed row housing, and I'm thinking I put this all the way along still. Oh, it just depends where our path is. I would like a fence along the back of that, so I might have to go in and manually insert these. So if I grab all of this area here to about there, and then trying to see where it ends here, we can have another 2 blocks right there. Let's press play. We'll see them. We'll see all these take shape now, and then we'll go along and we'll probably grab some fencing, maybe some of our industrial fencing that we've got, and put that all the way along the back. We don't need this to be massively high, because who's going to want to break into a train station? Hopefully not many people. We'll turn that off, and then we'll just snap this all the way along and all the way down. And then we'll do the same this side, all the way along, all the way down. This is going to be our customized platform that we've got going on here. I don't know why this water is still here. Sometimes I load it. I'll show you what I mean. Sometimes I load it. It's gone down a little bit, and I end up having a square of water here. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Very strange. I just assume it will dry out because it's not got a constant water access. See, look, some here. Don't know why that's there. People are just cracking on driving through it, so fair play to them, fair play. Now we've got that in, we will grab some assets to decorate this area up. Maybe put some benches along here as well. There we go. So we connected up our path here as well, and I assume that now they can walk off from either end. We can connect it up in the middle there as well. Yeah, so now they can just walk off whenever they need to, and hopefully this is where they're going to join the city. So that looks pretty cool. We'll see when we connect this up a little bit later on how that functions, if it functions how we want it to. See, now this is where it's a little bit of an issue. And it's all great having these shops around the side, but this is where it's an issue if it actually ends or is actually next to another shop. So let's go in and delete these now. And then we'll have to rebuild them. Hopefully then they're the one by ones that we're looking for. I think it looks all good on this side, so that is not an issue. I would say we've just about got enough room here to get some more blocks of these in. There we go, so that's our little train station finished there. We've had some, or added some little personal touches. Obviously we've got the fence around the outside. We've got the chairs, the little flower pots, the bins. We've got the little kiosks we put in here. We've put the hedgerow around the outside here. And that's just a nice little finishing touch to our train station there. That's brilliant. So I'm going to do the same on the other side to make sure they can exit both ends, because the plan is to have the trains coming down here and then coming back on the opposite side. Hopefully that should work with these crossovers and they won't use that. So we'll rinse and repeat here. We might put some parking on this side, then have maybe some small houses around the back here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. We'll see what works well and fits in there. So let's do the same this side as well. Right, so we've got this little community here around this train station finished. I'm showing you in with the UI off just to give you a feel of what it looks like. You can see here that we've put a little bit of row house in, mixed in to our houses as well, or our low residential houses as well. We put a few medium ones here, just along the back of our alleyway here, along along our train station, and I think that's quite fitting. I think you quite often see some little shops, more high density typed housing close to the station, and then your low residential housing slightly further out. I think it is a little bit more in demand to live right next to the train station, especially for those that maybe are going to be coming down here to the uni or looking to go into the city. We haven't got a station in the city yet, but if we do, that's going to be high in demand that they live here and just get quick access into town. So what I will do now, let's come out of this quick, and another mod that I had added to my pack, as you call it, is the first person mode. Oh, hello. Let's see if we can get out of this. Right, we're in the shop there. Imagine that we're in Great Fish Granules. Okay, we're getting fish food for our pond. Okay, use your imagination. We will look before we cross the road so we don't get run over. And then from here you can check out our train station. So we're going to go and take a little sit on the garden bench here. Ah, that's nice. Little sit down. We've got our bushes at the back here. This is a great mod. If you don't have this, get it, because it's really cool. This is the first time I've done this, and I'm amazed. Limsa bar. We can go in and get some food there a little bit later from our little kiosks. And then if we walk up here, you can see our bright lights illuminate everything. Yeah, you've got our train station here. That is pretty cool. And if we walk along, we've got our little trash bins, more bushes. That's our nice little fence line that we've got there. This really does look like a realistic train station in town. You know, you've got our houses there. That's fantastic. Medium ones just towering over the back of that side. This looks fantastic. We'll have to come back and do this again. Maybe I'll put this at the end of the episode. Some cinematics where you can see the train coming in, watching people getting on or off. I think that will be really cool. Right, let's jump out of this. Right, so let's get a district around this. I'm just interested to see what that looks like, or what this little town here, I say town, probably the size of a village, what our town here looks like in terms of population. So let's connect this up. We use the roads to do that. Ivy Dale, we'll change the name of that shortly. And if we click on it, put the standard energy consumption and recycling on, we have 389 residents. Not as many as I thought. I thought there would be a little bit more than that. But that is a nice little community, that Ivy Dale we've got there. We're going to go in. We're going to fill in the rest of these areas, trying to sort of simulate what we've done there. And then we're going to put our little business area together, maybe our lake and some education as well. We might have a little bit of a time lapse while I get that done. So we'll go in, we'll put our other little communities together, following the same theme. We'll do a little bit of a time lapse so we can jump right through, otherwise it will take ages. And you don't want to sit there watching me troll through all of that. Yes, we'll do this area next, because I want to do a little something different in this area. And you'll see I've put this almost what I imagine is a slip road at the bottom here. We'll use our advanced road tools to change that up in a minute. But the plan was to have a row of parking along here, alongside what I imagine to be like a parade of shops. So we'll have some shops here, maybe mixed use row housing. We'll put that along here, and that should hopefully feed the commercial for all of this area. So if anyone wants to visit and get some shops, food, meat, whatever they want to get, they can come to this parade of shops and collect it. So let's get that in now. What I would like to do first of all, though, is if we grab our advanced road tool here, is get in. I imagine having some trees on this side, as well as like a grass verge. I'm going to keep it off the other side because that's going to be our parking, and we're going to put some diagonal parking in all the way along here. So we'll go in and just snap that all together now. So I've got all those in. We'll pave it up now. We'll put in I say pave it up. We use our surfacing tools and put some pavement in here. Now I've done that, we're going to put some bushes along the back here. And we'll just grab our line tool and we'll just take that mode off. And let's see if we can get maybe like a 2 meter gap in there. I think that would be quite reasonable. Yep, that's decent. And we'll just drag it along. Like that, nice. And we'll go in, we'll put a few trees in there as well. I don't know if we'll go for the oak tree. That is pretty, yeah, we can put, let's just put the odd one. Oh, Christ. We did not want that. We'll put the odd oak tree in there. I don't want it to overshadow our parking too much. There, nice. That looks pretty sweet. And then we'll grab our mixed row and we'll allocate these separately. I will put these in. Just thinking how deep. We'll go 4 deep, I reckon. Let's press play. I totally forgot I hadn't done that. And then we'll go 4 deep. We'll put them in individually because it's been building them, or in this case it would be 2x4 instead of 1x4. And I don't want to have to go in and delete a lot of them. Or just do it singly all the way across. Right, and the rest of this is going to be, we'll have, I'm going to do a couple of little small medium ones here on the corners. And then a little bit of row housing down here. And then the rest we're going to have mostly, let's get our fill-in tool. Most of this is going to be low density. There we go, there's Palmer Springs. I quite like how that looks. We've got a few little medium density buildings here, mixed some row housing down the front, and then the rest is all low residential. And you can see here our parade of shops. Looks really cool. We've got that one-way flow of traffic coming in. People are parking on the diagonal. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I do really like how that looks. It looks really popular. It's great if people are coming like back into the city on their way home from work. They can stop by, grab a quick takeaway, grab a quick snack, whatever they want to do. So yeah, that looks fantastic. So before we finish the rest up, we're going to jump in here and do our business park / area. We're going to first of all get in a car park. I would like to get this right at the heart of this little area here, and I'm hoping we can get, let's put our snapping on. Yes, we can get this to snap right in the middle there. Cool. I can put some buildings either side of that. That's quite nice. And I would like to also get in a small plaza. Again, I want to try and get this in the middle. Yeah, that could fit there quite nice. That's quite cool. I can fit that just behind the park there. That's a good fit. Like it. Yeah, and the plan here is to get both some commercial and office buildings mixed in. We're going to go for all low density, and we're just going to pretty much split it up as much as possible and have a mixture of both. There we go. So we can come back to this a little bit later on and see how it all looks. Hopefully we've got a little bit more business demand. That will all fill up. But yeah, let's go and get the rest of our little neighbourhoods in now. And then we'll come back to this college area after. Right, so a few hours later, and I finally got all of that finished. It took a little while, but I'm hoping it was well worth it. So we've gone and named our little districts we've got here. So you've got Cedar Park, we had that before. We've got Sycamore, Palm Springs, Ivy View, Hawthorne Business Park, Bambuno Heights, Chestnut Acres, Pine Acres. So yeah, we stuck with that tree theme, keeping with the names. Yeah, we've just tried to have lots of little small communities here, really. We put in both of our railways here with our customised train stations. I have changed up this train track here because I have a little attempt at putting in a railway line and they just kept disappearing where they were overlapping. So that didn't work. So I just put normal lines in, realising that actually I could put a station on any set of train tracks that I want. So that actually worked out really well. I've got to connect the line up, but we're going to finish with that today. And yeah, we've got all of our medium density buildings here. Our nice set of shops there, our parade of shops. We had to put a college in because our education, we needed both college and university. So the plan is to put that university over here next time. But hopefully we satisfied our college demands. We've upgraded both our elementary schools. The one that we put in over here, upgraded it to get another 500 students in there. And then we've just made this into a little park, giving this school a big green area where people can walk and people can play. Put a fountain, a little eating area here with some kiosks. So yeah, all in all, I think that looks great for a little custom elementary school there. Yeah, and we extended this one out as well, because if you take a little look at our info view on the education, you'll see that yeah, now high school, elementary school and college are all in the green, so they're looking good. More capacity than eligibility. We just need to deal with that situation of the university on the next build. Yeah, so it's been a long one already, so I'm not going to do our little lake house or lake viewing area over here. We're going to do that on the next one, so that should be quite good fun. Yeah, for some reason, even though I've put a lot of our taxation down for our office here, I've had no office demand. I haven't seen one office building come in yet, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. I've put a few office/row housing in down here, and they come straight in, which is great. I'm trying to see if I've got any that I can show you, but they'd come straight in. But the rest of our office buildings hadn't. So if you know why that is, let me know. Our population has been growing, so it's a bit strange that yeah, that hasn't come in, and we've only got commercial buildings here, so it looks a bit empty. So this is the only area I'm not quite happy with yet. Yeah, and all the rest looks good. We've kind of stuck with the theme of having row housing on the main streets, and yeah, keeping the rest of it low density in each little community that we've got. I quite like our elevated train track here. It's a bit like Bath. Those that have seen Bath, they have an elevated train track which goes through the city. That's pretty cool. And if we go in and take a look at some of our important things that we've got here, like a police, that's on 3%. We've got tons of police cars roaming around, so the situation there looks excellent. We put in our telecom covers all of that. What was I going to look at? Yeah, post. Our mail service, mail rate 76,000 a month. Really? Processing 19,000. Do I really need to deal with that then? Post service coverage. So am I right in thinking that we need more post offices? Maybe we do. We might have to expand out and put another post office in, or we might need a sorting facility. So if we go and take a look here, I think we can get a sorting facility, can't we? Yeah, so we might have to go into our upgrades and select our post sorting facility. Yeah, we only have that unlocked, so I assume that will sort out all our posts. So that's something we can definitely look to put in next episode, or we can even put it up here if this doesn't go very well. we don't get much office demand, then we can jiggle this around a little bit, put it in up in this area. Right, so let's go in and get our train station connected up. So let's get to our, we need railway line tool. We're going to connect these up. Start there. We're gonna attempt to do a loop and connect it up to the outside on both sides. This should then come out that way up here and connect up to this side, and we'll then go right across here, connect this up to here, and then the plan is to come back in here and make the full loop. Nice, that gives us one line, and we'll call that Ivy line. Nice, so we're going to see in a minute if we get anyone using this, and hopefully as the trains come out, that will then grow. I'll show you the issue I did have. I added in, some of you might know why this is if you watched the last episode, I added in our bus stops last time out, and for some reason passengers say 0, even though if we go on and take a look at this line here, look, 147, 40, 43. So there's passengers using that clearly. But why is it then that the one I put in today has 34 already? I don't know if I need to go in and redo them, or if there was a bit of a bug last time I put all these lines in. But they should be showing bigger numbers, surely. Yeah, not sure why that is, but we did add in a new line last time. And you can see the line goes round our train station here, through Sycamore Meadows, down past Palm Springs. It splits here, so we can connect up with both of these, both Ivy View and Hawthorne, past Bamboo Heights, round Chestnut Acres to complete the loop. So we've got stops that connect all of this area up here. I don't know whether it's worth putting a loop in or connecting these stops up to these ones. Let me know what you think. It's been a long one today, so we'll wrap it up. I'll leave you hopefully with some good cinematics. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and like it if you like what I've done today. It did take a lot of time, so it would be appreciated. And once again, thanks for joining. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.